Hello, guys. In my few years as educational consultant recruiting for schools, I've got these things to learn, and especially they have to do with why some persons are paid 15,000 naira with a degree and someone else is getting 250,000 naira with an NCE. Now, some persons will say they've come again, but then it's simple. It is because some persons are very much aware of what is obtainable in their field, but some persons are not. So, indeed, knowledge is power. Flow with me, let us go through five major things you need to do to land a very better paying job and to get yourself a good call up for interviews.
Now, as you can see, number one has to do with the comfort zone syndrome. Your CV is next, qualification is next, IT awareness. Then we're looking at answering question. Answering question is compounded with the power of communication. All right. So without much ado, let's go to it. The comfort zone syndrome. Some persons are where they are right now and they are scared of leaving it, yet they are complaining about what happens there. Now, the thing is, if you are where you are because um, you feel if you go out you won't get something better, then it means you never deserve where you are. I have to tell you the truth. It means you know there are certain things you've not been able to live up to. So please, if you actually want to grow, you have to get out of that comfort zone. All right? Because if you think there are some things you need to do to up your skill, then get them. All right? Why do you want to leave? Is it because you want better money or you want better service or you want to make better impact? All right? Don't leave because you feel challenged or someone is making you, is exposing the fact that you are not doing enough. All right? If that is the case, you don't have to leave. You just need to learn from that person, or you need to go out. If you're leaving, you're going out to learn skills, not because you want to change your job or place. Okay? So deal with the what ifs. What do I mean by the what ifs? That is, what if I don't get it? What if I leave now and this place that is paying me this? You want a better paying job, but you're not ready to leave the one that is paying you less. Now, what if I don't get deal with all that? What if you get it? What if you get it? All right. Don't look at the negatives. Look at the positive, the impact that that could have on you. All right. So take the move and stop complaining. You don't like where you are yet. You don't want to leave. And if they sack you, you complain. Then what exactly do you want? So know what you want before you leave, and don't leave because someone is pushing you to go. It is very wrong to do that. So let's leave that and go to your CV speaks of you. Now, what should be in your CV and what should not be there? How should your CV be and why should it be that way? Listen, the first thing is it is wrong to put CV, that is curriculum vitae, as some persons write it, as the first thing you see when you open up their CV. It is very wrong. The first thing that should be on your CV is your name, written boldly, the way this is right now. All right, the way you can see this CV right now, your CV speaks. That is how your name should just be. Then underneath your name, your contact address, that is your phone number. It has nothing to do with your home address. So your phone number and then your email address. That is a major thing about your CV. If there's anything else you should add a summary of your credentials, especially not the regular thing we're going to get there, that's under credentials. All right. So please, I hope I remember when I get under credentials to talk about that. Then what should not be in your CV? There is no need talking about your religion. It could work against you. You could be submitting your application to a school where they are, of the opposite religion and you're of the, from the other side. So attaching that to your CV alone, you've ruled yourself out. Wait for the, don't do things that will hinder you from being called up. Allow yourself to be invited, then you can go and prove yourself. All right. You would have proven yourself before they will realize, oh, he's not even of the same faith with us. And then they would have known that they are going to lose if you are not selected. How that is clear. There's no need about your state of origin. That could also work against you. Ethnicity, it could work against you. Take all those things from your CV. It is needless and highly needless. So take off your marital status. It is needless. Your date of birth, it is needless. All right. Now listen. Some of us don't even graduate with a good grade, and then you're scared you put your third class. It is needless. No one wants to see the grade you graduated school with. Sincerely, it is not relevant. in your CV. It could hinder you. All right. So get that out of your CV right now. And also number of children, take that out of your CV. Okay. I hope that is clear. Now, the things that should be in your CV, your certification, that is your qualification, your educational background, start from the highest educational background, the highest qualification you have to the list. So the first thing under your educational qualification should be your what? The highest degree you've been able to attain. Hope that is clear enough. Then you need to do a personal summary of your objective. Now that objective there has to do with what you aim to achieve personally. I don't know if you get me. Now, who are you and what do you intend to achieve? Now, know that this part of your CV is specific, having to do with the job you are applying. If you are applying for a teaching job, an academic job, it should be academic in nature. If you are applying for something that is administrative, your objective should be administrative too. Don't use the same CV for different jobs. I don't know if you get me. If you don't understand, please, I don't intend for this to be very long, so just let your question come to me in the comment section, or my number is here. You're going to contact me and then we'll get this solved. All right. I want to speak on a very cogent aspect, which is the pattern, the layout of CVs. Some CVs are very bare and very unattractive. No, make your CV as attractive as possible. Don't put too many colors. It makes it very annoying. Make it simple, colorful, simple. Indeed, professional. Two, I also want to talk about the fact under experience, professional experience. You see people write what they've done, class teacher, 2018 to 2022, Richard Mofe Academic Secondary School. So, who cares? Instead of that, then what you have to do is when you write the school you've taught, you write your responsibility, that is the role you played. Instead of writing responsibility, write achievement. That is, what were you able to achieve within that time you were the class teacher? So do it in the past tense. I was able to improve my students from 70% to 90%. I was able to inspire the slow or the up and coming learners, or the average flyers. I was able to inspire them to becoming high flyers. Something like that. Okay? In a year, I was moved from this to this. I prepared students for work and they had 80%, like that. Your achievements, major things you achieved in that role. That's what we want to see. Okay? I don't know if that is clear enough. And then under your certification, beyond, okay, let me just move to the next. So why your CV should be given attention is because it speaks of you. Before they see you, they see your CV. It is your CV that will determine if they will call you or not. So give it all the attention it deserves. Meanwhile, there are some applications out there that you just go and fill some forms. The application will come out with a layout, a very nice layout for you. That is your job. Please look out for them. Okay. Now, qualification beyond your regular BA, BEd, and MA and all of that. Do you know anything about IGCSE checkpoint? Now, someone was talking about the fact that she wants to drop out of teaching, it's not paying. And I said, do you know anything about IGCSE? Are you certified in it? She said, what is that? And I said, you see, then you are blaming the job for not paying you when you don't even deserve the pay you want. Now, that is why I want to say, please, teachers should know about these things. Sam-Waiz now, IGCSE checkpoint. If you are certified in this, in Selino school pay less than 150,000. If you are certified to teach students and prepare them for any of these things, TRCN has to do with Nigerian, okay? But then, if you have IGCSE checkpoint certification and certifications, some other ones from the British Council, I bet you will be highly valued. Okay, so I'm done with that. Beyond the regular, you can have your masters and you'll be paid less than someone who have a BEd and has these other things. All right. So please, in teaching now, be specific. All right. And then, do you know more than just Nigerian curriculum? How vast are you in? You talk about being a teacher. How vast are you about the teaching profession? So, do you know any curriculum outside the Nigerian curriculum? That is what will show how valid you are, okay, or how valuable you will be. Now, IT awareness. Some teachers want to get paid highly, but they cannot even use the computer. They can't use their laptop. They can't make PowerPoints. They don't know anything about online class platforms. They don't know anything about interactive board, how to use it. Can you, like right now, I'm teaching. I'm trying to show you something, and I'm using PowerPoint. Can you do this? Can you project to the projector and teach your students in class? If you cannot, please, that is a skill you need to go and learn. If not, if you go out to apply for another job, they will still price you low because teachers are out there who are upping their skills right now. You need to be one of them. Okay, I think that's it. The essentials for job applicants. Yeah, but then one more thing, answering questions. See, many times we bother ourselves about what if they ask me a question I can answer. My brother, my sister, my dear colleague, you will only not be able to answer questions that you don't know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So if there are things you know that you are not grounded in your own field that you claim to be your field, please go and get yourself, enhanced. That's the best I can tell you sincerely. There is something about the power of communication that is about conviction. How can you convince people? All right? How can you convince people? As you are talking, the way you are talking will tell if what you are saying is true or false. Some persons, from the way they are talking to you, you know that they cram these things to come and say. That's why I'm not telling you how to answer questions when they say, how much do you want us to pay you? And can we meet you? These are questions some people just cram the response. If you ask them after they've said it first time, when you ask them again, some of us recruiters will do that. You realize that they are saying the same thing, then you just know this person crammed it. They don't know how to say it in another way. So it was never their words, it's never true. That's what it simply means. If it is true, you will say it and the boldness will be there because this, you didn't teach me. I didn't cram this. I know this. This is me. All right? So be convincing. Be bold. There is something about eye contact. Maintain eye contact with your interviewer, and I bet you that is when you've been able to do other things before this. If you get called up, it is now up to you to prove yourself that what you have in your CV is actually you. Now you'll be wondering, why would they have your CV and be asking you some questions? That's because you are not your CV. All right? But your CV is you. What do I mean? Your CV will determine if they will call you. But when you come, you will now prove whether you are that CV or not. All right? Or you are better than the CV, or you made the CV. Normally, you should be better than your CV. So when they see you, they want to say, beyond this CV, let us see this person. You've won their heart. Okay? So, guys, if you got questions, please let me know. And if there are things that I've not said, because I don't want this to be very lengthy, so please just put your questions in the comment section or your additions, your recommendations in the comment section too. Thank you so kindly. God bless you. And I'm out. I wish you all the best. Actually, I wish you all the best.
Let me give us this bonus one to say it is wrong to send your CVs and your application without a cover letter. I understand that many things right now are done online, and some persons will mail their CVs and the body of the email is empty. You are not addressing anybody. It is very wrong. There are certain things that should be in that body. First, you greet, you appreciate them for the opportunity and show your willingness to work. Again, affirm your interest in working with the school. All right, then you note that there are attached files containing, you now tell them what are in the files you've attached. Your CV, they will check, but then still mention these things. It tells that you are indeed a professional. All right, and you are not taking people for granted. Is that clear? It's a bonus one, and I hope it saves you. So when we open files and we realize this person cannot even address us, we snub it, will go. All right, but then when you see someone who is taking their time, you need a job and you cannot take your time to type a reasonable cover letter, something that will cause people to read and then look for you. I mean, it tells that such persons are not serious. If you're serious enough, then you will take your time to do what you want to get you what you want. All right. Thank you very much.